Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to talk about neuron structure. This is the part number 2, and the part number 1 we have already discussed about the cell body of the neuron. As we know that neuron have two parts mainly: cell body and nerve fiber. Cell body, this is number 1. Number 2, nerve fiber. Nerve fiber, axon and dendrite. These are the nerve fiber. Axon plus dendrites. Axon and dendrite collectively called nerve fiber. These are also called Nurities. Nurities. Neurities. Axon and dendrite are called Nurities. What is axon and what is a dendrite? Axon and dendrite are the cytoplasmic extension. This is the cell body. So this one is the axon. This one is the axon, while these are the dendrites. So nerve fiber are the cytoplasmic extension of the cell body. These are derived from these are the projection of the cytoplasmic. These are the cytoplasmic projection of the cell body. This one is the cell body. When the cell body go outward in many branches, so some make dendrites while some make axon. Okay, what is dendrites? Dendrites are those cytoplasmic extension of the cell body. These are the dendrite. These dendrite are those cytoplasmic extension of the cell body which bring stimulus from the receptor point or other axon. This one is the other axon. It receives stimulus from other axon and hand it to the cell body, or it receive stimulus from the receptor and hand it to the cell body. So dendrites are the cytoplasmic extension of the soma which bring stimulus toward the cell body. Okay. Dendrites work as a receptor. As we know that what is receptor? Receptor, we define receptor as the neuron ending, as the dendrite ending. So this is a dendrite. These are the dendrite. So the dendrite ending work is a receptor. What is receptor? Receptor is a macromolecule which produce some biological changes in the body. I zoom this area. This is zoom area. This one is the dendrite. This one is the axon. This one is the synaptic knob. What is synaptic knob? Synaptic knob are that part of the axon where synaptic vesicles are stored. There are stored synaptic vesicles, and these synaptic vesicles are filled with neurotransmitter. So this is the end point of the dendrite. Dendrite end pointing have some other projection which is called dendritic spine. What is dendritic spine? Dendritic spine are the small like outgrowth, small projection at the end of the dendrite. This is the end of the dendrite. This end of the dendrite have small projection is called dendritic spine. Dendritic spine makes synapse with the synaptic knob of the axon. So these are the neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter is released from this point. Neurotransmitter is released here and give message to the dendrite. So with the help of the dendritic spine. So dendrite, this is the receptor part. Dendrite is the receptor part of the neuron. Why it is called receptor part? Suppose when I touch this area, here are present dendrites. This one. This is the skin. of the finger. When I touch this area, These are the dendrites. These are the dendrite of the sensory neuron. This is the cell body of the sensory neuron. This is the axon of the sensory neuron. Okay. When I touch this area, then with the help of pressure, heat, coolness, etc., this end of the dendrite is excited and produce action potential and give message to the central nervous system. So dendritic ending work as a receptor. Why it work as a receptor? Because this is the dendritic end. This part is this I assume this area. This is the dendritic end. Suppose this is the this one is the double layer membrane. This is the ciliary membrane. This is the double layer membrane. When I touch this area, there are present macromolecule. And when I touch this area, this macromolecule undergoes some biological changes, and so sodium rush inward while potassium rush outward. So action potential is produced here. Okay. So the dendrite end work as a receptor. When I touch this area, it stimulates this area, and action potential is produced here, and impulse is go forward. So dendrite is the receptor part. This is the receptor part because it receive information. It work as a receptor. Why cells have many dendrites? Cell body also, this is the simple surface of the cell body. This is the dendritic surface of the cell body. Cell body, when I touch this area, here also action potential is produced and impulse is go forward. Action potential is produced here at this simple area and produce also at this simple area, this dendritic area. Cell body have many dendrites because one cell body can receive about 1 to 10,000. One cell body can receive about 1 to 10,000 of the axon. This axon, about 10,000 of the axon can synapse on the one neuron. So dendrite increase the surface area. Dendrite increase the surface area of the cell body. Okay. So this is the dendrite. Another part of the when axon, this is the axon of other neuron. When axon makes synapse with the dendrite, this is called exodendritic synapse. Exodendritic synapse are the synapse which is made between the axon and the dendrite. When the axon made synapse with the cell body, this is the cell body. This is called exosomatic synapse. It is called exosomatic synapse because it makes synapse with the soma. This is the soma. This is the cell body. Okay. Another part of the neuron is the axon. What is axon? Axon is that extension, is that projection of the cell body which receive the information from the cell body and transfer this information forward. This axon then again synapse on the dendrites of the other neuron and give message to this one is the axon. So this axon terminal again give message to the dendrite. These are the dendrite. So what is axon? Axon is that extension of the cell body which carry information from the cell body toward the other cell body, which this receive information from one cell body and give information to the other cell body of the other neuron. Okay. Axon, this is the effector part of the axon. This is the effector part because it produces effect. So it is called the effector part. How it produces? This is the look at this diagram. This is the receptor part because it receives information. It work there like a receptor. This is a receptor in. But this is the associative neuron. Associative neuron receive information from the sensory neuron and give to the motor neuron. This is the motor neuron which give information to the muscle. These are the dendrite. This is the effector part. With how effect is produced when I injure this area, this finger area with the needle. Information go to the CNS, and from the CNS response back come to the muscle, to this muscle, in order to contract this finger to avoid further injury. So it produce affection. It produce effect on the muscle. So this is called the effector part of the neuron. So this one is the axon. I am not going a detail for the Schwann cell because I have already upload a next lecture for the Schwann cell, for the myelin sheet. At Schwann cell are the protective cell which make mini concentric layer around the axon. This is a protective cell. Okay. So axon is some axon is covered by the Schwann cell, and some those neuron is called myelinated neuron, while those neuron which is not covered by the Schwann cell, which are not myelinated, so those neurons are called non-myelinated neuron. Area between the two Schwann cell, this is Schwann cell 1, this is the Schwann cell 1, this is Schwann cell 2. The area between this is called node of Renewal. I have already explored one a separate and long lecture for this one. The axon is branched at the end. Axon is do not branch at the middle and at the start, but it branch at the end to the axon terminal. This is the axonal terminal. Axonal terminal have synaptic knob which makes synapse with the dendritic spine of the other cell body. So this one is the synaptic knob. Synaptic knob store as synaptic vesicle. This is a synaptic vesicle. There are many synaptic vesicle. Many synaptic vesicle is present here, and these synaptic vesicle have neurotransmitter. These are the neurotransmitter which is released during the transmission of impulse. So this is all about the axon and dendrite. Okay. Another point, other most important point. Some people said that dendrite are small and the dendrite are short while the axon are long. This is true, but not completely true. This is my dendrite which are long than the axon. This is the axon. This axon is very short. This dendrite is very long. In general cases, dendrite are small or short, and axon are long in general cases. But the right concept is that in sensory neuron, dendrite are long and axon are short. This dendrite start from this point and go to the ganglia. Ganglia is present near to the spinal cord. So this is the long dendrite and short axon. Motor neuron. This is the motor neuron. These are the dendrite. So this motor neuron have short dendrites while long axon, which is come to this muscle. This is the long axon. But in general cases, in the associative neuron, axon are slightly. This is the axon of the interneuron, which is slightly longer than the dendrites. So in general cases, dendrites are small. Why dendrites are small? Because by the average, people call the dendrite are small. Neuron, because motor neuron here is dendrite are small, and in associative neuron dendrite are small. So this one is the 1 by 2. Two types of neuron have short dendrites, while one type of neuron have long dendrite. So this is the average. This is the average value. It is not true. This is the average value.